It's another beautiful day in Maine, outside of Acadia National Park. I'm in an empty lot right next to the Walmart. I'm charging up one of my generators and I'm resting my knee today. It's a bit swollen after hiking the Northern Trail on Cadillac Mountain. So I'm going to talk about the night the police came a-knocking on my tiny car window. When I first got to Maine, the weather report for Acadia predicted 3 overcast and rainy days in a row. So I decided to stop and stay in a small town outside of Portland, Maine, and use that 3 days to upload videos I had made of my travels. Now, Lowe's and Home Depot have the best Wi-Fi, and I found a plaza that had both a Lowe's and a Walmart. And I proceeded to assemble the perfect storm of stupidity, which involved the fact that I parked right next to the Lowe's building to get the best Wi-Fi signal for uploading videos. I usually never park next to a building for fear of being noticed, and it's usually too noisy anyway. And I forgot that I was in a small town where people are more likely to notice things, like a car parked in a spot for 3 days. A Lowe's employee clearly did notice me, and I just ignored him. When I was somewhere in Virginia, I saw that a Walmart manager noticed me, and I immediately left and didn't go back. So I do usually take off if I'm being watched, but I didn't this time. So the night before I was to leave that little town, I got a knock on my back window at about 9 p.m. The first thing that popped into my head is that it was one of the truck drivers parked nearby, and they wanted to let me know I was in their way or something. So I hopped in the front seat and started the car to leave. And when I started the car up, all of a sudden I heard someone yell, "No!" So I said, "What the hell?" I opened my car door a crack, and it was a cop. He asked me to get out of the car and talk to him. I told him I was using the Wi-Fi, and he said, "Yeah, I figured that," because he could see the open laptop on my dashboard. Turns out Lowe's reported a possible homeless person living in their car in the parking lot. But after the cop checked my ID and asked me a few questions, he realized I was just a traveler using the Wi-Fi. Well, that cop could not have been nicer. He didn't lecture me at all. He suggested some other parking lots that I could spend the night in. He recommended some tourist attractions. He talked about his son playing a Little League game in Cranston, Rhode Island, and how everyone in that town had a last name that ended in a vowel. Yes, we do have a lot of Italians in Rhode Island. I think we're tied with New Jersey as having the most Italians percentage-wise. I really noticed it when I was in a state like West Virginia and everybody was very white. Like they must sell a lot of suntan lotion in West Virginia. No Pauly D's.
Cabs are here! Cabs are here, bro! Cabs are here!
No Pauly walnuts.
The boss and his family told you you're gonna be Santa Claus. You're Santa Claus. So shut the fuck up about it.
No decent restaurants. West Virginians must have to go to Olive Garden to get anything resembling an Italian meal. Very sad. But I digress. I'm glad I learned that lesson with a nice cop and not the many jerks with badges that are out there. My last encounter with a cop was a few years ago. A Connecticut state trooper ripped me a new one for not wearing a seatbelt. Like, dude, calm down. I was thinking of boycotting Lowe's for snitching on me, but I don't have a house anyway, so I don't need their products.